As we age, it's natural to accumulate a lifetime of treasures, keepsakes, and possessions. Every object tells a story or holds a memory, making it difficult to part with them. However, this attachment can sometimes lead to overwhelming clutter that creates stress, makes daily tasks harder, and even poses safety risks. For many seniors, the thought of decluttering can feel daunting, but it also offers an opportunity to regain control, simplify life, and create a peaceful, organized home that supports well-being. Letting go can be a liberating experience, helping to shift the focus from physical items to the memories and relationships that truly matter. The first step in this journey is understanding the emotional attachment to possessions. While memories often feel tied to physical objects, they reside within our hearts and minds. Capturing these memories through photographs, storytelling, or journaling can often provide a satisfying way to preserve their sentiment while allowing the physical item to move on. This shift in perspective makes it easier to embrace the freedom that comes with decluttering. Starting the decluttering process doesn't have to mean tackling everything at once. The task can feel more manageable and less overwhelming when broken down into smaller, actionable steps. Begin with a small area, such as a single drawer, shelf, or a corner of a room, rather than an entire room or home. This approach provides an immediate sense of accomplishment, which can help build momentum and motivation. Set realistic goals and create a schedule, perhaps focusing on one area each day or week. Make a checklist to track your progress. Crossing off completed tasks can provide a sense of achievement and keep you motivated. Decluttering isn't about rushing or achieving perfection. It's about making steady progress toward a more organized and peaceful home. Every small step, no matter how minor it may seem, contributes to the larger goal. As you go through your belongings, ask yourself some key questions to help guide your decisions. Do I use this regularly? Does it bring me joy? Would I buy it again if I didn't already own it? If the answer to these questions is no, it may be time to let the item go. Another effective strategy is to use a maybe box. Place items you're unsure about into the box and set it aside for a few months. If you haven't needed or thought about those items during that time, it's a sign that you can likely let them go without regret. Preventing future clutter is just as important as removing items you no longer need. One simple yet highly effective strategy is the one in, one out rule. For every new item brought into your home, commit to letting go of an existing one. This practice encourages thoughtful decision-making and ensures that your space remains balanced and uncluttered. Another useful tip is to focus on quality over quantity when acquiring new items. Choose possessions that are durable, multifunctional, and genuinely meaningful to you. This not only reduces waste, but also ensures that each item in your home serves a purpose. Safety should also be a top priority when decluttering. Cluttered spaces can increase the risk of trips, falls, and other accidents, especially for seniors. Focus on clearing pathways and ensuring that frequently used items are easy to access. Replace heavy or hard-to-move furniture with lighter, more manageable alternatives, and store items on shelves or surfaces at a comfortable height to minimize bending or reaching. Consider labeling storage containers to make it easier to find things and avoid unnecessary searching, which can lead to frustration and additional mess. For many seniors, decluttering can feel overwhelming, especially when dealing with decades' worth of accumulated items. Enlist the help of trusted family members or friends to make the process more manageable and less emotionally taxing. They can provide not only physical assistance, but also emotional encouragement and a fresh perspective. Sharing stories about your possessions with loved ones can also provide closure, making it easier to let go of items that no longer serve you. For example, if you're parting with a collection of old photo albums, consider digitizing the photos and sharing them with family members. This ensures that the memories are preserved and accessible while freeing up physical space in your home. Letting go often becomes easier when you know your possessions will go to good use. Donating items to charities, passing them down to family members, or gifting them to friends can transform the act of parting with belongings into an opportunity for generosity. Knowing that your items will be appreciated and valued by others can bring a sense of purpose to the decluttering process. For example, consider donating books to libraries, clothes to shelters, or furniture to organizations that help families in need. Gifting sentimental items to loved ones who will cherish them can also make the process more meaningful. Collections, while often meaningful and enjoyable, can present unique challenges. Whether it's books, figurines, or memorabilia, these items can take up significant space and make a home feel crowded. Set boundaries for your collections, such as limiting them to a specific display area or a set number of items. Regularly review your collection to identify pieces that no longer bring you joy or hold the same significance. Consider selling or donating duplicates or items that no longer fit your interests. For deeply sentimental items, a memory box can provide a thoughtful and practical solution. Designate a small container to hold your most cherished keepsakes, such as letters, photographs, or heirlooms. This allows you to preserve important memories without letting them overwhelm your space. Creating a memory box can also help you focus on the most meaningful aspects of your life while letting go of items that no longer serve a purpose. Decluttering is about more than just physical space. It's about improving your mental and emotional well-being. The benefits of letting go include reduced stress, easier cleaning and maintenance, and a more inviting living environment. These positive outcomes can serve as motivation to continue the process. Remind yourself that you're creating a home that supports your happiness, comfort, and peace of mind. Celebrate your progress along the way, no matter how small, and take breaks when needed to avoid burnout. For some individuals, the challenge of decluttering goes beyond simply organizing their space. If you or a loved one struggles with hoarding behaviors or finds it particularly difficult to part with items, professional support may be necessary. A professional organizer or therapist who specializes in hoarding behaviors can provide tailored strategies and compassionate guidance. They can help address the emotional barriers to decluttering and create a plan that works for your unique situation. Ultimately, letting go isn't about losing, it's about gaining. By parting with excess possessions, you create space for what truly matters: cherished memories, meaningful relationships, and a living environment that promotes safety and tranquility. The journey to a clutter-free home may take time, but it is a rewarding process that fosters freedom, clarity, and peace. Focus on progress rather than perfection, and remember that every small step you take brings you closer to a brighter, more serene future, filled with the things that bring you joy and meaning. Over the course of a lifetime, it's natural to collect an array of possessions that hold sentimental value, mark milestones, and serve practical purposes. However, as the years go by, these treasures can accumulate to the point where they become overwhelming rather than enriching. For many, the challenge lies in distinguishing what truly matters from what no longer serves a purpose. Finding the balance between holding on to cherished memories and maintaining a functional, organized living space can be transformative, offering both emotional clarity and physical freedom. As we age, our belongings often take on deeper emotional significance. A piece of furniture might remind us of family gatherings, while a set of tools might evoke memories of projects completed with loved ones. This emotional connection makes it hard to let go, as discarding these items can feel like losing a part of our history. However, it's important to remember that the essence of those memories resides within us, not solely in the objects. This realization is key to making thoughtful decisions about what to keep and what to release. One effective strategy for managing sentimental items is to focus on quality over quantity. Instead of keeping every single memento, select a few meaningful pieces that best represent your memories. For example, a retired teacher named Eleanor faced this dilemma with her collection of gifts and letters from students spanning her 40-year career. Realizing that keeping everything was impractical, she chose to create a scrapbook of her favorite notes and photographs. This allowed her to preserve the most significant moments while freeing up space in her home. Another helpful approach is to create a memory box. Designate a small container for items of deep sentimental value, such as photographs, letters, or heirlooms. By setting a physical limit, you can keep your most cherished treasures close without letting them overwhelm your living space. This intentional curation ensures that what you keep has genuine meaning and importance. For possessions that you no longer need but still hold sentimental value, consider alternative ways to honor them. Take photographs of items before letting them go, or repurpose them into something new. A family quilt that is too fragile for regular use might be framed and displayed as a piece of art, while an old collection of t-shirts could be transformed into a memory quilt. These creative solutions preserve the emotional essence of the item while giving it new life. Letting go becomes easier when you know your belongings will go to good use. Donating items to charities, gifting them to friends or family members, or passing them down as heirlooms can turn the process into an act of generosity. Knowing that your treasures will bring joy or utility to others can provide a sense of closure and purpose. For instance, John, a retired woodworker, donated his tools to a local vocational school, where they are now used to teach young students. This act not only helped John declutter, but also gave his beloved tools a second life. Decluttering also involves practical considerations. Start by addressing one category of items at a time: clothes, books, kitchen tools, or furniture, rather than attempting to tackle everything at once. This method allows you to focus and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Ask yourself key questions. Do I use this regularly? Does it bring me joy? Would I buy it again if I didn't already own it? If the answer is no, it may be time to let the item go. For items you're unsure about, place them in a maybe box and revisit them in a few months. If you haven't thought about or needed those items during that time, it's a sign they're ready to be released. Safety should also be a priority when decluttering, particularly for seniors. Excess clutter can pose risks like trips and falls, especially in narrow hallways or staircases. Clear pathways, store frequently used items at an accessible height, and remove unnecessary furniture or stacks of boxes. These adjustments create a safer, more functional home environment, allowing you to focus on enjoying the items you've chosen to keep. It's important to approach the process of letting go with kindness and patience. Decluttering is not just about removing items from your home, it's about creating space for what truly matters. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and take breaks when needed. Remember, it's not about achieving perfection, but about making intentional choices that align with your values and priorities. The process of sorting through a lifetime of treasures can be emotional, but it's also an opportunity to reflect on the past and shape your living space for the future. By keeping what truly matters and letting go of the rest, you can create a home that is both meaningful and manageable, a place where memories are honored and new moments can be made. In the end, it's not about the number of items you keep, but the meaning they hold and the space they create for joy, connection, and peace. Psychologically, our attachment to possessions is often rooted in the concept of identity and memory. Items that we own can feel like extensions of ourselves, and this connection becomes stronger as we grow older. A favorite chair might symbolize decades of relaxation, a shelf full of books might represent knowledge and growth, and a box of old photos might serve as a tangible reminder of cherished moments. In some cases, possessions can become a form of emotional security, particularly for seniors who may be dealing with loss, loneliness, or changes in their physical and social environments. The brain's natural resistance to change also plays a role. The thought of discarding items can trigger a fear of losing one's history, identity, or independence. This is particularly true for seniors who feel they have fewer opportunities to create new memories. However, it's important to remember that the essence of a memory or a life well lived isn't stored in physical objects, but in the experiences and emotions they represent. Marie, a 76-year-old widow, struggled with this realization. Her home was filled with items she had shared with her late husband, from old clothes and tools to boxes of holiday decorations they had used together. Letting go felt like erasing the life they had built. But with the help of her daughter, Marie decided to create a scrapbook of her favorite memories and photographs. They took pictures of some of the more sentimental items before donating them to a local charity. Through this process, Marie realized that her memories remained vibrant, even without the physical objects. Embarking on a decluttering journey doesn't mean tackling everything at once. The process can feel more manageable and less overwhelming when approached in small, deliberate steps. Start with a single drawer, a corner of a room, or one category of items like clothes or kitchen tools. This approach provides an immediate sense of accomplishment, which can help build momentum. Setting realistic goals and creating a schedule can make the process feel more structured and less intimidating. A checklist is particularly helpful. Crossing off completed tasks can provide a tangible sense of progress. As you sort through items, ask yourself key questions to guide your decisions. Do I use this regularly? Does it bring me joy? Does it add value to my current life? Would I buy it again if I didn't already own it? If the answer is no, it may be time to let the item go. A helpful trick is to use a maybe box for items you're unsure about. Place them in the box and set it aside for a few months. If you haven't thought about or needed those items during that time, it's likely you can part with them without regret. For Margaret, an 80-year-old retired teacher, this approach was life-changing. Her home was filled with teaching materials, books, and classroom decorations from her 40-year career. She hadn't touched many of these items since retiring, but couldn't bear to throw them away. Margaret decided to donate the books and teaching tools to a local school in need. Knowing that her items would help other teachers and students brought her immense joy, transforming what had felt like a loss into a meaningful contribution. For many seniors, the process of decluttering can feel emotionally and physically overwhelming. Enlisting the help of trusted family members or friends can make a significant difference. Their support can provide not only physical assistance, but also emotional encouragement and a fresh perspective. Sharing stories about cherished items can help provide closure and ease the transition of letting go. James, a retired firefighter in his late 70s, had a garage filled with old equipment, uniforms, and memorabilia from his years of service. His grandson suggested creating a shadow box to display the most meaningful items. Together, they curated a collection of James's favorite mementos and donated the rest to a firefighter's museum. This process not only helped James reclaim his garage, but also strengthened his bond with his grandson. Decluttering is not just about creating a more organized space. It's also about improving your mental and emotional well-being. Reducing clutter can lower stress, boost your mood, and enhance your sense of control over your environment. Studies have shown that cluttered spaces can increase feelings of anxiety and depression, while tidy spaces promote relaxation and clarity. Moreover, decluttering can reignite a sense of purpose. Deciding what to keep, donate, or discard is an empowering act of self-determination. It allows seniors to reclaim their space and shape their environment in a way that reflects their current needs and values. For some individuals, the emotional barriers to decluttering may require professional support. A professional organizer or therapist specializing in hoarding behaviors can provide tailored strategies and compassionate guidance. They can help address the underlying emotions and fears that make it difficult to let go. Ultimately, letting go isn't about losing, it's about gaining. By parting with excess possessions, seniors can create space for what truly matters: cherished memories, meaningful relationships, and a living environment that promotes safety, comfort, and tranquility. The journey to a clutter-free home may take time, but it is a deeply rewarding process that fosters freedom, clarity, and peace. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Each small step is a step toward a brighter, more serene future, filled with the things that bring joy, meaning, and fulfillment to life. Practical tips for decluttering can transform the process into a manageable and rewarding journey. Start by setting boundaries for your possessions. Limit collections to a single shelf, cabinet, or display area, which helps prevent clutter from taking over your living space and allows for a more organized home. Digitizing memories is another effective approach. Scan photos, letters, and important documents to create digital backups. This not only preserves your cherished memories, but also frees up physical space without sacrificing what matters most. Creating a memory box is a thoughtful way to honor sentimental items. Designate a small container for the most meaningful keepsakes, allowing you to keep your past close while avoiding the overwhelm of excess belongings. Adopting the one in, one out rule can help maintain balance in your home. For every new item brought into your space, commit to letting go of an existing one. This simple habit keeps clutter from building up and encourages thoughtful decision-making about what truly belongs in your life. Focus on safety by removing tripping hazards, ensuring pathways are clear, and storing frequently used items at an accessible height. These adjustments not only declutter your home, but also create a safer and more functional living environment. Donating items with purpose can make the act of letting go feel more meaningful. Knowing that your clothes, books, or furniture will benefit shelters, libraries, or families in need adds a sense of generosity and fulfillment to the process. Finally, celebrate small wins along the way. Every step you take, no matter how minor, is progress worth acknowledging. By breaking the process into manageable actions and appreciating your efforts, you can create a more peaceful, organized, and joyful space.